Welcome to the Palo Alto Network Security Service Edge Engineer course, led by Rashmi Shah from quicktechie.com. I want to start by setting the right expectation and mindset. This course is designed as a concepts-first experience that focuses heavily on mental models, visual flows, and exam-aligned understanding, rather than flashy labs or overproduced demos. You will hear a clear, easy-to-follow voice walking you through each idea step by step, so that, even if you are listening while slightly tired or after work, the concepts still land in your mind with clarity. Think of this course as a guided tour through the world of Prisma Access and Security Service Edge, where every stop is carefully chosen to make you ready for both the certification exam and real-world roles. Across the training, we will rely on diagrams, block flows, and sequence-style visualizations to explain how Prisma Access architecture, routing, security policies, identity integrations, and troubleshooting fit together. Instead of memorizing isolated commands or GUI screens, you will constantly see the bigger picture and the flow of traffic, identity, and policy through the SSE fabric. We also keep the language and structure of explanations simple, direct, and repeatable, so you can recall them quickly during the exam or while discussing designs with colleagues. Everything you are about to watch is curated to build crisp and clear fundamentals, build exam confidence, and help you think like a security service edge engineer. Before we dive into the detailed syllabus, we need a shared understanding of what Security Service Edge really is and why it exists. SSE is not just a marketing term. It is a practical approach to securing users, applications, and data when everything lives everywhere: branches, remote workers, SaaS platforms, and cloud workloads. In the past, security lived mostly inside a data center perimeter. Today, traffic flows across multiple clouds, public internet paths, and untrusted networks. SSE provides a consolidated way to inspect, control, and protect that traffic, using the cloud as a security enforcement layer. Prisma Access is Palo Alto Network's implementation of that vision, providing security processing nodes around the globe so that users can connect to a nearby enforcement point with policy consistency. As you proceed through this course, you will see how all the pieces of Prisma Access map to the SSE story: remote networks and mobile users connecting via IPsec tunnels or VPN clients, private application access using service connections and ZTNA connectors, and data protection through SaaS security and DLP. You will also understand how routing, DNS, and compute locations come together so that user traffic takes optimal and secure paths. The role of an SSE engineer is to design, implement, and maintain this fabric, working closely with society analysts, network teams, and security architects. Understanding this big picture early will make every later topic feel more connected and meaningful. This course has been carefully structured into 62 modules, each designed to be short, focused, and easy to digest. The majority of the lessons are under 15 minutes, which means you can consume them in small chunks during breaks, early mornings, or after work without feeling overwhelmed. Rather than rushing through long, marathon-style recordings, you will steadily build your understanding, one concept at a time. Each module is part of a logical sequence, so you can see how architecture leads to routing, how routing connects to deployment models, how identity ties into policy, and how all of these converge in monitoring and troubleshooting. From a teaching perspective, we intentionally emphasize flows, block diagrams, and sequence-style visuals to make the invisible parts of the cloud security fabric visible in your mind. Where needed, you will hear argument-style and discussion-style audio segments, where we simulate how two engineers might debate or clarify a design choice. This makes the learning feel more human and helps you internalize not just the what, but also the why. Labs are important in real life, but this course is not trying to be a lab playground. Instead, it is your conceptual backbone so that, when you do touch a lab or a production environment, you know exactly why each setting matters and what impact it has on the SSE fabric. Alongside the video modules, this course comes with a 280-page companion ebook that covers the entire Security Service Edge Engineer syllabus in a structured, exam-friendly format. If your platform access allows you to download course resources, you should treat this ebook as your constant study companion. It is not just a random PDF. It is organized chapter by chapter in alignment with the same logical flow we use in the videos and the official certification blueprint. That means when you watch a module on Prisma Access architecture, routing, or identity, you can open the corresponding chapter and immediately review the same topic in written form with concise explanations. The ebook includes diagrams, tables, checklists, and small summary boxes so that you can quickly revise key points without replaying full videos. Many learners like to highlight or annotate sections as they go, using the PDF as a living document where they capture their own insights, mnemonics, and exam tips. A very effective strategy is to watch a module once, then skim the associated ebook section, and finally revisit only the trickiest pages before your exam. Used this way, the combination of 62 modules plus the 280-page guide becomes a complete, end-to-end study system, rather than just isolated content pieces. By the time you complete this course, you should feel comfortable explaining Prisma Access and Security Service Edge concepts to other engineers, managers, and even auditors. You will be able to walk through the architecture, describing security processing nodes, compute locations, IP addressing, and DNS behavior in a way that connects directly to user and application flows. You will understand how routing preferences, backbone routing, and traffic steering shape the paths that packets take through the SSE fabric. This is crucial not only for passing the exam, but also for designing stable and predictable deployments. On the implementation side, we focus on how to think about mobile user access, remote networks, and private application access using service connections, Colo Connect, and ZTNA connectors. You will gain a strong conceptual view of identity and authentication integrations, including Cloud Identity Engine, SAML, Kerberos, LDAP, Radius, and certificate-based approaches. Once these pieces are clear, advanced features like app acceleration, IoT security, privileged remote access, remote browser isolation, SaaS security, and enterprise DLP become much easier to reason about. Finally, we prepare you to interpret logs, monitor performance, and troubleshoot policy enforcement issues, which are the real skills that separate a certified engineer from someone who has only watched a few tutorials. The syllabus for the Palo Alto Network Security Service Edge Engineer exam is broad, but we have broken it down into clear learning domains that you will encounter repeatedly in this course. The first cluster focuses on architecture, understanding security processing nodes, compute locations, DNS handling, and IP addressing. These are the building blocks that tell you where and how Prisma Access actually runs. Once we have that base, we move into routing, exploring routing preferences, backbone routing, and traffic steering, so that you know why traffic arrives at a specific node and how failover or path changes occur. From there, the deployment domains come into play: mobile users through VPN clients and explicit proxy, remote networks via IPsec tunnels, and private application access using service connections, Colo Connect, and ZTNA connectors. We then shift into identity and authentication, looking at Cloud Identity Engine, SAML, Kerberos, LDAP, certificates, and Radius, to understand how users are identified and mapped to policies. Another major cluster covers advanced and data security services, such as app acceleration, traffic replication, IoT security, privileged remote access, remote browser isolation, SaaS security, enterprise DLP, AI access security, and the Prisma Access browser portfolio. Finally, we address operations, Panorama and Strata Cloud Manager for multi-tenancy, RBAC, configuration management, logging, releases, BPA, compliance, and troubleshooting. Every one of these official blueprint points is represented in the course content, so you can trust that your time is covering exactly what matters for the exam. To get the maximum value from this course, approach it as a guided learning system rather than a linear video playlist. Begin with the concept modules and resist the urge to jump directly into advanced or troubleshooting sections. Each early module lays a foundation that later topics rely upon. Whenever you see a diagram, whether a simple block flow or a sequence-style depiction, pause for a moment and mentally trace what is happening to the user, the device, the packet, and the policy at each step. This slow, deliberate visualization is what converts information into a mental model you can recall under pressure in an exam or during an incident. You will also notice argument and discussion-style audio segments, where we intentionally explore "why not this?" or "what if we change that?" type questions. Use these to challenge your own understanding and refine your intuition. The 62 video modules are meant to be consumed together with the 280-page ebook, not as isolated assets. If you do not have immediate access to the ebook, still follow the structure as if you did. Take notes, summarize key ideas, and create your own mini handbook. Do not get stuck on the idea that there are fewer labs or that the voice is AI style. Those are surface-level details. What matters is the clarity of the explanation, the structure of the content, and your willingness to pause, replay, and internalize each concept. To turn this course into a real exam and career outcome, it helps to follow a structured 4-week study plan. In Week 1, your goal is to understand the architecture and the baseline SSE fundamentals: security processing nodes, compute locations, IP addressing, DNS behavior, and the big picture story of how users and applications connect through Prisma Access. Do not rush this week. Everything else rests on this foundation. In Week 2, shift your focus to routing, deployment models, and identity integration. This is where you map how traffic actually flows, through routing preferences, backbone paths, traffic steering, and how mobile users, explicit proxy, remote networks, and private apps are onboarded and identified. Week 3 is dedicated to advanced features and data security, app acceleration, traffic replication, IoT security, privileged remote access, remote browser isolation, Prisma Access Browser, SaaS security, enterprise DLP, and AI access security. Here, aim for conceptual clarity over configuration memorization. Finally, in week 4, concentrate on operations, logging, Strata Logging Service, Panorama, Strata Cloud Manager, BPA, compliance, and structured troubleshooting. Use this week to revise diagrams, rewatch complex modules, and review your notes or the ebook. A practical daily routine is to consume 2 to 3 modules, skim the matching ebook section, and end with a 10-minute recap of what you learned. If you commit to this rhythm and keep your attention on the concepts rather than cosmetic details, you will emerge with strong fundamentals, exam readiness, and the confidence to call yourself a security service edge engineer. Your next step is simple: stay enrolled, download what you can, and begin with Module 1 as soon as possible.